So today we unpack the story of what creates happiness. This thing that we all value, the thing that we all chase, happiness. I just want to be happy. Well, what is it? How do I get it? Let's unpack that today, can we? Let's share a little bit of information, the teachings that show that happiness in itself is created by the self, and in pursuit of it, we create its opposite, unhappiness. We try to achieve something, and we're trying to achieve something that really isn't achievable in real terms. In relative reality, relative to me, relative to the time and space that I'm in, I can achieve happiness by understanding the concept of what it is. You see, everything in life has polarity, opposites, in order for it to exist. And I've shared this previously: up, down, in, out, hot, cold, left, right, birth, death. Everything has polarities in order for it to exist. What we do is we have the opportunity to experience incremental moments of time that allow us to experience emotions associated with those incremental periods of time. Every emotion is available, and every emotion has its polarities. Therefore, if I am trying to chase happiness without acknowledging the existence of unhappiness, I can't achieve it. It can't be done, because what have I got to relate it to? I need its opposite to be relative. Happiness is a graduation or a position that is less unhappy than unhappiness, and unhappiness is a position that is less happy than happiness. They both exist, and all of the points in between exist. So when we are determined to chase it, and we say, I just want happiness, we don't accept that in order to acquire it, we experience all of its gradients. When we can sit there calmly and say, well, all of its gradients exist, and they all come toward me at fleeting moments in time, and time is not permanent in relative reality. Time, the future, comes toward me, becomes the present, goes to the past. So therefore, happiness and unhappiness come toward me, be in the present and then be in the past. In its totality, happiness and unhappiness come toward me. When I endeavor to just choose happiness, when I seek happiness, I seek it and I say, okay, for example, I just want it for one moment, just happiness for a moment. So we take time and we measure it out, as I said, future, present, past. What about if I just want happiness for one day? Just one day, I want happiness. Then I have to practice it in every increment of what is one day, 24 hours. And every increment of what is an hour, 60 minutes. And every increment of what is 60 minutes, 60 seconds. Therefore, I have to practice it every second, every single second. And if I am seeking it externally, I'm seeking it outside of myself, I'm saying I'm separate to that which is outside of myself. I'm separate. I'm acquiring it from outside of myself. But I just want to hold on to it for a second and another second and another second and another second and another. So what we do is we attempt to seek it externally. We attempt to set ourselves up for success. Think of it. In the future, if I do things now, in the future, I will have it. I will be successful. And we're raised in the West. We're raised in the Western mindset to do this. From the moment we start to learn, from the moment we start to go to school, from the moment we listen to our caregivers, our parents, our teachers, from the moment we start to witness duality or separateness, that's what we begin to believe. I'm separate. This is what creates the illusion. This is what creates the opportunity to say that if I acquire something, then I am it. It's mine. Now, if we see other people outside of me, well, they're not acquiring it. Well, that's okay. That's them. That's their journey. There's separateness. We're not worried. Yet, when we understand that we are not separate to anything, every single being and every single thing is represented at the same time as us. Everything is represented at the same time, concurrently. And yet, in a slightly different form than this, we can see that, oh, we're all sharing the same time. Now, if we're all sharing the same time, and time is impermanent, it's just a fleeting moment, then we're all sharing fleeting moments. That's all. Fleeting moments. And the part of us that is sharing fleeting moments is our body and is our mind. One is form and one is formless, yet they're sharing fleeting moments of time. The thing that is aware of it, the witness, is your true self. I am aware that my body and my mind are experiencing fleeting moments of time. So they are not permanent. They can't be permanent because they are experiencing something that is impermanent in relative reality. The second, the minute, the day, the month, it goes. The thing that experiences it, it goes. Yet there is something there that witnesses the thing that's experiencing it. It doesn't go. It doesn't go anywhere because there's nowhere to go. It is aware of all of it. Therefore, we call it awareness or consciousness. And when I tap into that, when I am awareness itself, I realize that there is no separateness. Time and space, boundless awareness is not something that is, tick, done. It's not an object. It is subjective. It is awareness itself. It is consciousness in itself. It's the ability to manifest or draw upon whatever is in the moment and create a result, create a reality. By using the mind, by thinking the thoughts, we create a result. If I'm a person who's habitually happy, I see happiness. If I'm a person who's habitually sad, I see sorrow. If I'm a person that is saying I am an emotion, then I create that outside of me. I see it everywhere. I am not a person that is a body or a mind. I am not an emotion. Neither are you. We are there to witness transitory time, emotion, energy in motion. We witness it. So in order to be happy, the secret is to relinquish control of trying to be happy. Don't chase it because it's elusive. You can't get it. You can't get it. And yet it's already here. And that's called wisdom. I develop wisdom. And when I have wisdom, I'm not chasing gifts of wisdom. I am wisdom in itself, and that is the gift. You are wisdom in itself, and that is the gift. So our life, our journey, is really here to be appreciated. Everything is a gift. Everything is a moment in time, a moment in space relative to where the body is. It's a moment, that's all. And it's the ability to step back and witness this moment and see it for what it is, in its fullness, in its totality. It's all there, all of it, for a fleeting moment. That's all, just a fleeting moment. So if I don't have attachment to it, if I don't say I am sad, I am happy, I am hot, I am cold, I am born, I am dead, because I can't be. I can't be. The body experiences all of that. The mind can have thoughts and emotions about that and create a reality of that. And we just explained that nothing is permanent. So therefore, I am not permanent in the body and the mind. Yet that which is I, that's awareness, is permanent. It's permanently aware. always aware, always has been, always will be aware. So when I die, when this body dies, where's it going to go? There's nowhere to go. The body and the mind go somewhere. I don't go somewhere. Where am I going to go? There's nowhere to go because I am awareness itself of all of it. Perhaps a little bit too deep, a little bit too deep. Let me read you something I shared earlier with a group. A fleeting, transitory, impermanent moment, and all that which is manifest within it cannot be of substance. Therefore, that which is devoid of substance is in fact emptiness. If something's devoid of substance, it's emptiness. All comes from emptiness and returns to emptiness. Everything comes from the same emptiness or nothingness. Everything. Think of a sound. Where did the sound come from? Where did it come from? Well, it came from quietude, nothing. And then it was a sound. And then it goes back to nothing. Everything is the same. Everything comes from nothing. Everything goes back to nothing. And therefore, nothing is potential everything. And therefore, if I and everything outside of me, the body and the mind and everything outside of me is potentially changing all the time, not permanent. And yet I, that part of me that is awareness or consciousness is aware of this, I too am ultimately emptiness, of which everything comes to somethingness. I'll be interested in seeing your thoughts on this one. There's a link in this video. It helps you unpack things. There's a link to my website and there's a link to a podcast, and I look forward to sharing time with you soon.